Welcome back, people. How are we? So if you'd seen my shorts, then you would have seen these on there. Today we're going to go and look through them a bit more in depth and see if we can put them on a set of darts or two. Let's not waste any time. Get these bad boys open. So this is like your Swiss point tool. I haven't done a POV before, so excuse me if it's terrible. I am learning. I'm learning on the job, people. So this bit is to insert. This has thread here, and this is to insert into your barrel. You put the spigot, which is these things down the bottom here, which are little. I'll show you in a second more up close. You thread your spigot onto the end of this insertion tool, which is what you use in your point tool. So you would use this to insert the spigot into the barrel of the dart. All right. And then you do get three normal smooth 32mm points with the system, and this cost me $12.95 or $11.95. 11 or $12.95 it was. So these spigots, so these are the fiddly bits. So what they suggest you do is when you depoint your dart that you want to repoint, is to use the smallest size first, and then if that is loose, then you work your way up. Now I've left this to do with you guys on camera so that we can see how simple it is, or whether it becomes fiddly, or we make mistakes, or whether it just takes too long because you have to go through so many different spigots to find out which one is the right size. But I think they only do these three sizes, so it can't be. And there's got to be a more common size, but they are literally a 0.01 of a millimeter difference. So the smallest one is 2.33. So that is what we're going to try. And we've got two sets of darts I wanted to do it with. So hopefully we can use these with the Caliburn EVO Swiss points. So I'm gonna go. They're both a Red Dragon dart actually. This is the Delta 2s by Red Dragon, and these are the Red Dragon Seren Onyx. Seren, if you don't know, I used to live in Wales, so yn Cymraeg, Seren is star. I don't know if that's what they mean, because Red Dragon's a Welsh company, but in Welsh, Seren means star. So I don't know whether these are the Red Dragon stars or not, but that's what we're doing. This is my repointing tool. It's quite easy to use. It wasn't an expensive one. I think it's a designer one. I think that's what it is, the brand name of it is. I'm sure a lot of you have seen a repointing tool before, but if you haven't, this is what one looks like. And it's very simple to repoint a dart. They are literally friction fit most of the time, and if they're not, if you wear down your dart to where it doesn't hold on without being friction fit, then you can use a little tiny dab of super glue, and I mean like a pinhead's worth of super glue. So I've got that going down into our hole there. Now I'm going to clamp down here on the point. Make sure it's down nice and firm. And then it's literally a case of unscrewing. Simple as that. Some of them are harder, some of them are easier, but most of the time it's pretty easy to take the point out. Harrows are very, very tight. And then you remove your point, like so, and then we go. Now we've got our barrel ready to go. Right, I'm going to do this with the rest of them. Right, we are depointed. So, let's get some space going with this. Let's just do it so you can see. Now, so 2.33 millimeters is the smallest spigot. Now, how fiddly is this going to be? These are tiny. There we go. So we get our insertion tool. So this is like our spigot insertion tool. Screw the spigot into the top. Now we put this into our repointing tool. Tighten her down. Make sure she's nice and straight in the groove. Okay, let's give this one a go. As we're getting closer, you may have to guide, I'm hopefully getting this on camera, guide this onto the spigot so that it's central. There she's in. Check the other side. Yep. Okay. And there's a depth there. It is getting a bit tighter to push down, but it's got a lip on it, so you can only push it so far, the spigot, so far, which I'm sure is by design. Otherwise you would have a different length of point sticking out each dart. You want it all the same length. Right, so let's have a look at this and see. Ziggy is looking at the birds outside and guarding the house from the birds. So when you hear it barking, that is what he's doing. He's doing his job of keeping us safe from all the birds and seagulls outside. Aren't you, Ziggy? Yeah? Right, so this fits it in the top key. Let's have a look at how... No, it doesn't feel... It does not feel sturdy on that at all. Well, I've loosened it a bit, so... Can I pull it out? It's in there. if you can see, you should be able to see a little silver dot. Yeah, you can. Is it in there? It feels like it's in there. We shall find out. Right. Okay, well that was pretty simple. And that was the smallest one. It didn't feel like a super tight fit, so that's what I'm a bit worried about, is that you could do all this, you could start and then start playing, and then they start falling out, and then you have to do it all over again with a bigger spigot. Quite a word that, isn't it? Spigot. Let's get a point. Let's see how it feels. There you go. It's one of the Caliburn EVO points. Called a H. What was it called? H2? G2. Han G2 is the model. I don't know what that means. Does it feel solid? I suppose if I tighten it up. Now this is on the star again in the middle. Yep. Let's give it a little turn. It feels solid. And that was the smallest one, so hopefully it's going to stay in. Okay, last one coming out. Don't really need the tool to undo the spigot insertion tool. Last point going on. Do to tighten them up though, just to give it a quick shift. There we go. First problem. Okay, there we go. So I've gone to tighten this one up, and it is just freely spinning, telling me that the spigot is too small. So it's just one barrel difference. That is just moving around. The rest of them haven't done it, but this one, is it? Yes, this one is just freely spin. I mean, it'll stay in there. It'll definitely stay in there, but this one needs a bigger size spigot used in it, because it's. But I reckon it will probably hold, but I would definitely say if you're doing this, at least go for the 2.34mm spigots. But yeah, that one's a bit. See, the rest of them are okay. The rest of them. Oh, I tell a lie. No, that one's spinning as well. Yeah, there you go. Right, it's just fallen out. Okay, so that was too small. So this is the thing. You've just gone through the whole dart, put them in, and now you have to redo them. But once you know the size, I'm sure it's fine. Right, so this is the one with the spigot still attached to there. I've got a pair of pliers here. I'm going to see. I don't know if I can do this on camera. If I can. Yep, there we go. I think I've got it. Yep, that was pretty easy. So yeah, that's the spigot out there. So yeah, a little set of pliers just to grip around it with the tool, and it came out really easy. Okay, alright, so that is us done with the Serons. They seem to be nice and snug. They weren't super tough to get in, they were just enough resistance, because they only go in so far, the spigots, as I said about with the tool. So yeah, that was the 2.34 sized spigots. So I've got the 2.35s left. I'm going to try them in my other set of deltas over here and see how we get on with that. Okay, last one done. So these were a lot easier with the 2.35. All very nice, tight, snug fit with the 2.35s all the way through with the Red Dragon barrels. So for starters, I would say if you're going with Red Dragon, I would go 2.35. And that's for my barrels that I've used here, which is the Delta 2s and the Serons Onyx. Right, let's get the other points. These are by Mission, I think. Mission packing. Mission and Caliburn, I don't know if they're coming together, but they definitely do. I don't know if Mission Caliburn EVO points will be coming to Mission Darts or not, but that would be good. So these are just slightly longer but grooved. And they still leave you a lip on these points. They're not like the other ones, so these points give you that smooth, so that will keep your flights intact for longer, whereas this one will still have a little bit of a lip there. And no, it's the same fitment. Is it going to spin? No, no spin. It's lovely. Sorry if I'm going in and out of shot, but hopefully I'm not. That's nice and tight. You don't need to overdo it, just give it a little pinch down, that's it. Right, there we go. So, impressions so far, just on the fitting side of things. I would say that if you are a fiddler and you love to tinker with your darts, you're really into it and you don't mind repointing your own darts, I would say go for it. I would say they're a really good set. It's just it's the whole thing of not knowing what spigot size to do and whether, you know, you may have like different inner diameter barrels on the same set of darts, which could be a problem. I haven't had that with these. It's been all right. Some of them are tighter than others. When I've been inserting them, there's more resistance, but mainly it works, and I'm quite impressed with it really. So if you're an enthusiast like me, then I would say I would definitely recommend it as a system. Bearing in mind I haven't used it yet. I've used these. I've thrown these. These are the normal sort of stock standard ones that came with my Caliburn darts. These points have been great. They came standard 32mm, which is the same as you get the smooth ones in the box. So you get a set of those in the starter pack. Right, here we are, people. Here's what I'm going to be throwing first. I'll give them a go. And then secondly, we'll just do the grooved ones, which are on there. These are 38mm, and these ones are 34mm. So I think it's a good little setup if you're willing to go through the trial and error of getting the correct size. But once you've got the correct size spigots, then I believe it's a good little system. The starter kit is great value for money. I think that's good. But everything else after that, after the starter kit, I feel is a bit too expensive. The spigots on their own, they come in 2.33, 2.34, 2.35, 2.37 and 2.4 millimeters. But it's £2 or £1.95 for a pack of 3 spigots, for one set of spigots. Which I think is crazy. Well, it's not crazy, but it's not good value. Because that puts your point price up to £11 for a set of points every time you want to insert them. I reckon if they did the spigots and a set of points for £8.95, I think that'd be much better, and give you a choice of size with the points. I think that'd be a lot better value for money. So the Swiss point system is a good system, but in order for this to compete with it, which I think it's its main market competitor, it should be a bit cheaper. And considering the fact that it's a DIY aspect to it as well, with having to repoint, it's not just a tool that you can switch in and switch out. Considering you have to put the spigots in yourself, I think you've got to bring the price down on the individual items after you bought the starter kit for it to compete with the Swiss points. There's been a lot said about target Swiss points and how much they snap. To Throw First and Samson Does Darts both said that they're not too keen on the Swiss points, because I mean, To Throw First, James has gone away from them. He's gone back to normal points, and Samson has just about had enough of them because he's getting so many that are snapping. So Caliburn could slip in there if their prices were better. Anyway, I'll stop going on about that. All the Caliburn's darts should come with this system. Oh. I believe that I don't know whether the set that I bought of Caliburn darts, they did come with the system, so you can change these. But I know there is sets on the Darts Corner website which don't come with the system when they should do, because it's a pretty good system. I do like it. Durability wise, what the hell's going on there? That's twice that's happened now. It's a hard spot on the board, I think. Durability wise, I have no idea, but if anything changes or I need to update you on anything that happens, then I will in the future. Obviously this is just the first impressions, it's not a review, so I will let you know in future. Yeah, and that is pretty much my thoughts on it. Would you try it? Let me know down in the comment section below. Would you try the Caliburn EVO starter kit? It's good value to get started, but afterwards it needs work. Anyway, that's my thoughts. I'll see you next time. Keep darting, darties!